The richest man in Lebanon was Emil Bustani. He built a grave for himself in a beautiful area on the coast of Beirut. He wanted to be buried in this grave after his death. He had a luxury yacht. While on a cruise one day, the yacht exploded and sank with him into the sea. The yacht was found, but without his remains. In effect, he couldn't be buried in the exquisite tomb he built for himself. One of Britain's wealthiest men was a Jew named Rod Tischler. He was so rich that sometimes the government borrowed from him. He had a vault the size of a room in his magnificent mansion where he kept his wealth. The vault was always full of money and jewelries. One day, he entered the vault and accidentally shut the door behind him. This door could only be opened from the outside and never within. He started shouting out loudly, but no one could hear his voice because the vault was 100% soundproof. He used to be someone who will be absent from home for weeks without notifying anyone, not even his family members. In effect, no one bothered to search for him when he was missing. They thought he must have traveled as usual. But he was locked in the vault. He kept on screaming until he became very hungry and thirsty. With a golden pick, he pierced his tongue, and with the blood gushing out of his wound, he wrote on the wall of the vault, "The richest man in the world, dying of hunger and thirst." He eventually died, and his body wasn't found out until several weeks later. Never forget that this world is a big accident and no one knows when, how, and where. No matter how rich or wealthy you are, never oppress anyone. It is good to have wealth and to enjoy it, but never forget the saying that pleasure is a shadow and wealth is vanity. Contentment is the only real wealth. He who loses wealth loses much. He who loses a friend loses much, but he who gets lost in wealth loses all.